For the first time, the average cost of a new car in the US has topped $50,000. That is in part down to tariffs, with experts warning of an even bigger hit on prices.
You sit inside a machine worth thousands of dollars, surrounded by a secret control panel. Every single day, you're inches away from buttons that can save you money, prevent accidents, and unlock hidden performance. And you probably don't even know what half of them do. This isn't just about convenience. This is about cracking your car's hidden code. Today, we're counting down 17 mysterious car features, and I'm going to give you the pro-level knowledge that will transform you from a mere driver into a master of your machine. But pay close attention. The final 3 features we'll reveal are so critical, that ignoring them is like listening for a time bomb in your engine bay. By the time you hear the knock, the repair bill could easily surpass the value of the car itself. Let's begin the countdown. Hidden feature 17, the auto start-stop button. Kicking off our list, what if the button you press to save your starter motor is actually costing you more money in the long run? The common misconception: most drivers see their engine shut off at a red light and immediately hit this button, convinced the system is grinding their starter into dust. They treat it as a nuisance to be permanently disabled. The mechanical truth: this is the auto start-stop deactivation switch. Its engineered purpose is to reduce fuel consumption and emissions during idling. Here's what most people don't know: the starters and batteries in these cars are heavy-duty, designed for this constant cycling. However, the constant on-off in heavy, crawling traffic does place disproportionate wear on the starter motor and battery over tens of thousands of cycles. The digital mechanics move. The secret isn't to leave it always on or always off. The pro move is strategic. Disable it in bumper-to-bumper traffic where the engine restarts every few seconds. This is where the most wear occurs. But re-engage it for longer stops, like at a 2-minute train crossing or a long traffic light. This balanced approach lets you capture the 3 to 8% fuel savings in city driving while strategically protecting your starting system's longevity. It's not an on-off switch, it's a smart tool for the informed driver. Secret feature 16, the Electronic Stability Control (ESC) off button. At number 16, we have a button so critical, misusing it could be the difference between avoiding an accident and spinning into oncoming traffic. The common misconception: many mistake this for a sport mode or a drift button, believing it sharpens throttle response for better acceleration. The mechanical truth: this is the Electronic Stability Control (OFF) switch. It's your car's most sophisticated guardian angel. Using data from wheel speed sensors, a yaw rate sensor, and a steering angle sensor, it detects when the car begins to skid or slide. It then automatically brakes individual wheels with precise, controlled pulses to correct your path and keep you pointed where you want to go. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, estimates ESC reduces single vehicle crash risk by over 40%. The digital mechanics move. The rule is simple: leave it on. The only exception is if you are truly, physically stuck, buried in deep snow, sand, or thick mud. In those specific scenarios, you need uncontrolled wheel spin to dig out. The moment you're free, turn it back on. Pressing this button for fun on a public road disables your car's most important anti-crash system. It's not a performance feature, it's a lifeline you should never casually unplug. Mystery feature 15, the rear window defroster button. Number 15 seems straightforward: the rear window defroster. But what if I told you that a common cleaning mistake, combined with not knowing its hidden function, could lead to a repair bill of over $500? The common misconception: people think it's just for the rear glass on cold mornings. The mechanical truth: pressing this button sends current through a grid of tiny, hair-thin heating elements baked onto your rear window to melt frost and evaporate condensation. But here's the hidden function most owners never discover: on the vast majority of modern vehicles, activating the rear defroster automatically powers the heating elements in your side view mirrors. You've been clearing your main rear view but leaving your critical side views blinded. The digital mechanics move: first, always use this combined function for maximum visibility. Second, and this is critical, never use a razor blade, ice scraper, or abrasive cloth on the inside of the rear window. You will irreparably slice through those delicate heating elements. Repair is often impossible, requiring a full glass replacement that can cost $500 to $1,000. Use a soft, microfiber cloth and a dedicated glass cleaner. Let the button do the heavy lifting, your job is to protect the tool. Silent feature 14, the stealth headlight washers. At number 14, a feature so stealthy it doesn't even have its own button. Have you ever seen little nozzles silently emerge from your bumper like something out of a spy movie? The common misconception, many drivers assume it's a malfunction or a quirky design feature for the windshield. The mechanical truth, this is your automatic headlight washer system. Primarily found on cars with high-intensity discharge, xenon, or LED headlights, these high-pressure jets are mandated by safety regulations in many regions. Because even a thin layer of grime on these advanced headlights can scatter light and reduce output by up to 50%, blinding other drivers while illuminating less of your own road. The digital mechanics move. This system is a notorious washer fluid guzzler, using a significant reservoir volume with each activation. The pro tip for conserving fluid is simple yet effective. If you're running low on washer fluid and just need to clean your windshield, turn your headlights OFF before you pull the washer stop. This tells the car's computer not to activate the headlight cleaning cycle, saving the precious fluid for critical windshield visibility when you need it most. Unknown feature 13, the cruise control resume button, the residential button. Number 13 might seem too basic to include, your cruise control set button. But are you using its brilliant, fuel-saving counterpart? The common misconception, after tapping the brakes, most drivers disengage cruise and then manually accelerate back to their desired speed. The mechanical truth, the RES or resume button is your car's memory. It stores your last set cruising speed. When you press it, the car's engine control unit, ECU, calculates the most fuel-efficient path to return to that exact speed, managing throttle input far more smoothly and intelligently than a human foot can. The digital mechanics move, after a temporary slowdown, always use resume instead of the accelerator. This isn't just about comfort, it's about efficiency. The car's computer will provide just the right amount of throttle, avoiding the wasteful flooring it we often do manually. This simple habit can improve your highway fuel economy by 1 to 2%, which adds up to significant savings over a year of driving. It makes your cruise control a truly intelligent co-pilot. Secret feature 12, the tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS light, the exclamation point in a tire. At number 12, the light that causes more panic and pointless service visits than almost any other, the dreaded TPMS warning. The common misconception, people see the light, check their tires, find them fine, and assume the car's computer is broken. Or they fill the tires but the light stubbornly remains on. The mechanical truth, this system uses sensors inside each wheel to monitor air pressure. A key fact often missed, tire pressure should always be checked and set when the tires are cold, meaning the car has been parked for at least 3 hours or driven less than a single mile. As you drive, friction heats the tires, increasing the internal air pressure. A 10-degree Fahrenheit drop in ambient temperature can cause a 1 psi drop in all 4 tires, enough to trigger the light on a cold morning, even if there's no puncture. The digital mechanics move. First, always use a high-quality gauge and set pressures to the spec on your driver's door jamb, not the maximum psi on the tire sidewall. Second, and this is the critical reset step most miss, after correcting the pressures, you must often manually recalibrate the system. Look for a set button hidden in your glove box, a menu in your infotainment screen, or follow a specific procedure outlined in your manual, often involving turning the key to on and pressing a button. This two-step ritual, cold check and manual reset, solves 95% of TPMS false alarms. Secret feature 11, the ventilated seat button, the arrow circling a seat. Breaking into the top 10 at number 11, a luxury feature that 9 out of 10 owners use completely backwards, sabotaging their own comfort and their AC system's efficiency. The common misconception, people think these are air-conditioned seats that blow cold air. They turn them on after the cabin is already hot and wonder why the effect is so subtle. The mechanical truth, these are ventilated seats, not refrigerated ones. A small but powerful fan under the seat cushion pulls the hot, humid air that's trapped between your body and the seat material, exhausting it out the bottom. They don't add cold air, they remove hot air. The digital mechanics move, for instance, next level comfort, and to reduce strain on your main AC system, get in the habit of turning on your ventilated seats the moment you enter a hot car, even before you start the engine. This immediately begins evacuating that layer of sweltering air. When you then turn on the main AC, it doesn't have to work as hard to cool down the space your body was already heating up. You'll feel cooler faster, and your AC compressor, a $1,500 plus component, will experience less load, potentially extending its life. Secret feature 10, the ECON mode button, the leaf or ECON text. And at number 10, we have a button most drivers think just makes their car feel slow. But the truth is, it's a system-wide efficiency manager, and using it wrong can be a genuine safety risk. The common misconception, it's just a slow mode to save a trivial amount of gas. The mechanical truth, ECON mode is a holistic system optimizer. It does three key things. 1. It remaps the throttle pedal for a less aggressive response, requiring a deeper press for the same acceleration. 2. It often adjusts transmission shift points to keep the engine RPM lower. 3. Crucially, it commands the AC compressor to run less frequently and less intensely, which is one of the single biggest drains on engine power and fuel economy. The digital mechanics move. Use ECON mode strategically in stop-and-go city traffic, where its gentle throttle and efficient AC are most beneficial. However, you must turn it off in two specific scenarios: when merging onto a fast-moving highway and on a scorching hot day when you need maximum cabin cooling. That delayed throttle response isn't just annoying during a merge, it can be dangerous. And on a hot day, you want full power AC, not the compromised version. Think of it as a tool for specific conditions, not a set it and forget it button. And these are just the beginning. When we return, we're moving beyond comfort and into the realm of critical safety and mechanical preservation. The next 8 features include a secret transmission trick for mountain driving, a hidden override for a dead car, and the final 3 that can save your engine from a catastrophic, wallet-emptying failure. Don't go anywhere.
What we're going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States.
25% tariffs that the president announced on imported cars, as well as parts starting next week.
You've just unlocked the first layer of your car's secrets. But now, we're moving beyond basic comfort and into the realm of critical control, features that mean the difference between being stuck and getting free, between a safe descent and a runaway vehicle. Secret feature 9, the traction control button, the car with squiggly lines under the tires. At number 9, a button that's a close cousin to our 16 feature, but with a completely different and equally critical purpose. What if the system designed to keep you from spinning out is also the very thing that can leave you hopelessly stuck? The common misconception, people confuse this with the stability control button or think it's a winter mode for better grip. The mechanical truth, this is specifically the traction control deactivation switch. While stability control prevents skids in corners, traction control's job is to prevent wheel spin during acceleration. It uses the same wheel speed sensors. If it detects one wheel spinning faster than the others, it automatically applies the brake to that wheel and may reduce engine power. This is brilliant on dry or wet pavement, but in loose terrain like deep snow, sand, or gravel, sometimes you need a bit of wheel spin to dig down and find traction. The digital mechanics move, the key is nuance. If you're stuck in snow or mud, a quick, single press, not a long hold, will often disable only traction control, while leaving the more critical stability control system fully active. This gives you the controlled wheel spin needed to rock free, without sacrificing your primary anti-skid protection. Remember, re-engage at the moment you're back on solid ground. It's a temporary escape tool, not a performance setting. Secret feature 8, the transmission overdrive off button, the O/D off light. Number 8 takes us into the heart of the machine itself. This is a feature that can single-handedly prevent one of the most terrifying and expensive failures on the road, total brake loss on a mountain descent. The common misconception, people accidentally press this button, see their RPM skyrocket, hear the engine roar, and panic, thinking their transmission is failing. The mechanical truth, this button locks out the highest gear in your automatic transmission, often called overdrive, typically 4th, 5th, or 6th gear. Overdrive is for fuel efficiency at cruising speeds, with a gear ratio that lets the engine turn slower than the transmission output. By disabling it, you force the transmission to stay in a lower gear. This creates high engine RPMs, which in turn uses engine compression to create a powerful braking force, known as engine braking. The digital mechanics move. Before you begin descending a long, steep grade, like going down a mountain pass, manually press the O/D off button. This proactively uses the engine to hold your speed back, preventing you from riding the brakes for miles. Why is this critical? Continuous braking can heat your brake rotors to over 1000 degrees Fahrenheit, causing brake fade, where the pads literally glaze over and lose all friction. This simple button press preserves your brakes, prevents a runaway situation, and saves you from a $1,000 plus brake job caused by warped rotors and cooked pads. Secret feature 7, the rear fog light switch, the lamp with waves and lines. At number 7, we have a feature so powerful and misused that it can blind other drivers from 500 feet away. This isn't a broken tail light, it's a tool for survival in near-zero visibility. The common misconception, many drivers, especially in North America, activate this by accident, thinking it's for extra illumination in the rain or just a quirky design feature. The mechanical truth, this is your rear fog light. It activates an intensely bright red lamp in your tail light assembly, designed to make your vehicle visible from a much greater distance in dense fog, heavy snow, or dust storms. It's so bright that in clear conditions, it's indistinguishable from you standing on your brakes, making it impossible for drivers behind you to know when you're actually slowing down. The digital mechanics move. Reserve this exclusively for true whiteout conditions where visibility drops below 100 meters. Using it in rain or a light mist is not only ineffective but is also illegal in many jurisdictions and a genuine traffic hazard. The pro move is to treat it like a warning flare, deploy it only when the situation is dire, and turn it off the moment conditions improve. It's a safety device that, when used incorrectly, becomes a danger to everyone on the road. Secret feature 6, hill descent control, the HDC button, car pointing down a hill. Number 6 is a feature that sounds like hardcore off-roading tech, but its true genius is for the slippery, everyday slopes that can turn into a slide fest. The common misconception, SUV and truck owners see this button and think, I'm not climbing a mountain, I'll never need this, and completely ignore it. The mechanical truth, hill descent control is an automated system that uses the anti-lock braking system, ABS, module to pulse the brakes individually, maintaining a preset, crawl speed, usually between 2 to 5 miles per hour, down a steep incline. It does this with a level of precision and consistency no human foot can match, preventing the wheels from locking up and the vehicle from sliding sideways. The digital mechanics move. Don't save this for Moab. Use it on your own icy driveway, a steep, slick boat ramp, or a gravel-covered hill. Engage the system at the top of the slope, take your foot completely off the brake and accelerator, and let the computer do the work. You'll experience a controlled, stable, and jar-free descent that eliminates the pucker factor and prevents you from sliding into a ditch or another vehicle. It turns a white-knuckle event into a boring, automated crawl. Secret feature 5, the shift lock override, the tiny slot near your shifter. At number 5, a feature so hidden most people never see it, yet it holds the power to free you from a paralyzed car and save you from a costly tow truck call. The common misconception, people assume it's a fuse panel cover or a manufacturing plug and never give it a second thought. The mechanical truth, this is the shift interlock manual override. Modern cars have a safety interlock that prevents you from shifting out of park unless your foot is on the brake pedal. This is controlled by a simple electrical switch. If that switch fails, or if your car's battery is completely dead, the shifter becomes locked in place. The digital mechanics move. If your car won't shift out of park, your first diagnostic step is to have someone check if your brake lights come on when you press the pedal. If they don't, it's likely a failed brake light switch, a $50 part. While you wait for the repair, you can use this override. The trick is to pry off the small cover, often using your key, press the revealed button with a screwdriver, and you can then move the shifter. This knowledge can get you off train tracks, out of a dangerous traffic lane, or just into neutral to push the car, turning a panic situation into a manageable one. Secret feature 4, the automatic air recirculation button, in the car. Breaking into the final four, we have a feature that demonstrates your car's hidden intelligence, balancing your comfort with your safety without you ever knowing. The common misconception: drivers see the and think it's just a fancier version of the standard recirculation button, with no real difference. The mechanical truth: this is the smart or automatic air recirculation mode. When activated, your car uses an interior air quality sensor to detect pollutants, like the diesel fumes from the truck in front of you. It will automatically switch to recirculation to block the smell. But here's the genius part: it also monitors cabin humidity. If it senses the windows are about to fog up from your breath, it will automatically and temporarily switch back to fresh air to balance the humidity and maintain clarity, all without you lifting a finger. The digital mechanics move: on a long highway drive or in stop-and-go traffic behind smoky vehicles, engage the auto recirculation mode, not the manual one. This lets the car's climate computer do the work of blocking foul odors while perfectly managing window fogging. You get clean air and a clear view, effortlessly. It's the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it feature for your climate control. Secret feature 3, the lane change assist, the 3-blink turn signal. And now, the top 3. We begin with a feature that seems simple but is a masterclass in ergonomic design, reducing driver distraction and making every lane change safer. The common misconception: people activate it by accident and think their turn signal is broken when it turns off after 3 flashes. The mechanical truth: this is the lane change signal. A soft, half-push of the turn signal stalk, not a full click, engages a mechanism that makes the signal blink exactly 3 to 5 times, depending on the manufacturer, before automatically canceling. It's engineered for the specific, short-duration action of changing lanes on a highway, where holding the stalk is awkward and canceling it manually is a minor but real distraction. The digital mechanics move: make this your default method for all highway lane changes. It signals your intention clearly to other drivers without requiring any follow-up action from you, allowing you to keep both hands on the wheel and your focus on merging safely. Mastering this tiny, almost imperceptible press of the stalk is a hallmark of a smooth, professional, and safe driver. Secret feature 2, the seatbelt Pretensioner system, the hidden pyrotechnics. At number 2, we reveal a life-saving system built into something you use every day. This isn't just a strap, it's the first and most critical system to deploy in a crash, and it's a one-time use component. The common misconception: everyone believes their seatbelt is a purely mechanical device, a simple reel of fabric that locks during a sudden stop. The mechanical truth: integrated into your seatbelt mechanism is a pyrotechnic Pretensioner. Upon the car's sensors detecting a severe impact, this device triggers a small, controlled explosive charge. In milliseconds, it retracts the seatbelt webbing by several inches, pulling the occupant firmly into the seat and into the optimal position for the airbag to do its job. This removes potentially deadly slack and reduces the forces on your body. The digital mechanics move: after any accident severe enough to deploy the airbags, you must insist that the seatbelt Pretensioners are replaced. This is non-negotiable. They are a spent cartridge. An insurance adjuster might overlook this to cut costs, but driving with deployed Pretensioners means your seatbelts will not function correctly in the next collision. This is a hidden, life-or-death item in any post-accident repair. Secret feature 1, the power lumbar support adjustment, the 4-way arrow button. And finally, the number 1 most overlooked feature in the entire car. This isn't about the machine's health, it's about yours. It's the single biggest upgrade you can make to your driving comfort, and it's already paid for. The common misconception: people with power seats use the big buttons to move the seat back and forth and up and down, completely ignoring the smaller 4-way button, or they just pump the lumbar support all the way out until their back is arched uncomfortably. The mechanical truth: this button controls a small, air-filled bladder located in the lower part of the seat back. Its purpose is to fill the natural curvature, or lordosis, of your spine. A properly supported spine distributes weight evenly, reduces pressure on your discs, and prevents the muscles in your lower back from fatiguing as they try to stabilize you during long drives. The digital mechanics move: don't inflate the lumbar, position it. First, use the up/down arrows to position the support at the very bottom of your spine. Then, use the in/out arrows to add just enough air so that you feel a gentle, firm support filling the gap in your lower back. You should not feel like you're being pushed forward. The goal is to maintain the spine's natural S-curve. Taking 5 minutes to dial this in can eliminate chronic driving back pain and make a 10-hour road trip feel as comfortable as your favorite armchair. Final summary with shots of a satisfied driver on a long, beautiful road. So, what's the ultimate takeaway from these 17 secrets? It's this: your car is not a simple tool. It's a deeply engineered partner, packed with intelligence designed for 3 things: to save you money, to keep you safe, and to make every journey more comfortable. From the engine-braking power of the Overdrive button that saves your brakes on a mountain, to the life-saving pyrotechnics in your seatbelt, and the spine-supporting lumbar that banishes back pain, these are not mere gimmicks. They are your tools for smarter ownership. Mastering them transforms you from someone who just operates a car into someone who truly commands it. You stop reacting to problems and start preventing them. You stop wasting money and start unlocking the full value of the machine you invested in. Knowing these tips isn't just about being a good driver, it's about becoming a master of your vehicle.